This is Miss Diorama. In this video I'll show you how I made this handy storage unit for crafters, artists and hobbyists. This unit incorporates drawers that open out in a unique way. It can be used for storing odds and ends, hobby and crafting supplies, crafting tools, in fact virtually anything that will fit inside the drawers. Check out the video description for where to get this design and many other templates just like it. For this project I'm using 3mm MDF. I'll get started by showing you all the parts that make up this unit, beginning with the rear panel and side panels, followed by the base cover panel, the base shelf, shelves 1 and 2, the top panel and the top cover panel. By the way, all of these parts were cut using a laser. These are some dividers. There's one for each of the shelves. These parts will make up 2 axles. And these parts are some drawer stops. Onto the drawer parts. This is the base piece. This piece makes up the drawer front and one of the sides. This piece makes up the drawer back and the other side. This is a cover panel that will hide the axle, an axle bracket to hold the axle in the right place, and the drawer front panel. These are some ring brackets that will also assist in holding the axle in the correct position. I'm using some interior grade PVA wood glue to glue these parts together. Starting with the drawer base, glue is added to all of the notches at the back and along one of the sides. With that done, the back and the side panel can be attached to the drawer base. Now for the ring brackets. These 2 parts are glued together, making sure that the center holes are evenly aligned. The other 2 pieces are glued together in the same way. One of the ring brackets is glued in place on the drawer base. Again, making sure the holes are all aligned with each other. The axle cover panel is glued into place. The front panel can now be glued into place. Glue is applied in the appropriate spots. Then the front panel is attached. Any excess glue is wiped away with a damp rag. With that done, the front cover panel and the side piece can be attached. Glue is applied to all the notches and in any other places that will assist with attachment of the piece. excess glue is wiped away. In hindsight, I should have applied some glue to at least one of these surfaces between the front panel and the front cover, something to keep in mind. That nearly completes the drawer, but first the axle bracket should be attached. The other ring bracket is attached to the underside of the axle bracket. Again, making sure that the holes are all aligned. And these notch holes are unobstructed. Anyway, with that done, the bracket can be attached. First, glue is applied to the appropriate spots. Woodworkers' clamps can be used to make sure the drawer parts are tightly together while the glue dries. And while the glue on the first drawer is drying, I can go on to assembling the next drawer. This drawer is going to be made in the mirrored image of the first drawer. I'll show you what I mean. All the pieces are going to be assembled in a mirror reversed position. Mirror reversed, try say that fast 3 times. And to do that, I'm simply turning them over so that they're opposite to the way they were for the other drawer. This drawer is assembled using the same method, but opposite to the way the other one was done before. This time I make sure to add glue between the 2 front panels. Here's a little tip. I place an axle through the hole to help with alignment of the pieces. Here's the two drawers side by side. Now I just need to assemble 4 more, which I did using a little off-screen magic and creative video editing. And using black spray paint, I painted the drawers. And I also painted the other parts, including the axle parts that I'm now going to glue together. All of the other parts were also spray painted, only where necessary. To assemble the unit, I'm first going to attach the base cover panel to the rear panel. Glue is applied to all of the necessary notched areas on both pieces. The parts are put together, and with some help from clamps and other items hanging around, the glue is given some time to do what glue does. Then this base shelf piece is glued into place over the base cover panel. And while my camera decided to do some funny focusing stunts, I gathered some more of the parts that are needed for this unit, including the drawer stops. One of these will be glued in place at the very back of each of the shelves. With that done, a shelf divider is glued into position. This is followed by another shelf. And now some more drawer stops. Another shelf divider. And another shelf. More drawer stops. And the final shelf divider. Now for the top panel. This gets glued into place. Then glue is applied to the underside of the top cover panel, but this panel will be added to the unit just a bit later. First though, the drawers need to be put in place before that can happen. one of the axles is placed down through the holes that are in all of the parts. You'll find the axle miraculously falls into place once everything is aligned. This is repeated for the other bank of drawers. The top cover panel can now be glued into place. The final step is to glue the side panels into place. With that done, the only thing to do now is load my craft tools and supplies into this unit. I hope you enjoyed watching this video, and if you did, please be sure to give it a thumbs up. And if you haven't already, please be sure to subscribe, like, comment, all the usual things. But also go check out my channel for more projects like this one. Thanks for watching, and I hope you'll join me again in another video. See you next time.